Today I'm going to be making a Spanish dessert custard known as flan. If you've never had it, it's pretty good. I enjoy it quite a bit. I found a recipe that has good reviews and it's easy to make. So if you want to try it or just want to have some amazing flan, make it with me. First step is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, you take a medium non-stick saucepan and put it over medium heat. Alright, once your pan is heated up, we're going to pour 2/3 a cup of sugar into it. Now the reason I'm using a liquid measuring cup is because I lost my 2/3 dry ingredient measuring cup, but you can use either. It's just typically don't put liquids in a dry measuring cup because they'll probably overflow or spill. We're going to put the sugar in, we're going to swirl it around. We're going to keep it here until it starts to melt. At that point, we're going to take it up 4 or 6 inches and then let it begin to turn into a golden brown. As you can see now, the sugar is starting to melt some. So I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Almost all the sugar's melted. At that point, it says to lift it up 4 to 6 inches off your stove top and continue caramelizing until it's a dark golden brown, which you can see, I think it's getting close to that point already. Now what it said to do is to pour it into a 1.5 quart. Pour it into a 1.5 quart casserole dish. One and a half quarts is basically 1.5 liters as well. Not perfectly, but close. So just make sure you really spread it out as best as possible when you pour it in. I'm going to have to spread mine out a little more. Here's a note on my brown sugar. I stirred too much and it crystallized. Do not stir as much as I did. After you've poured your caramelized sugar, get yourself a blender, and then we got to add 1 can of condensed milk, which is 14 ounces. You need 2 cups of heavy cream. Five eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. There's 1 and 2. Now that we've got all this in our blender, it's says to blend on high for 1 minute. Okay, now that it's been blended on high speed for 1 minute, we can pour it over our caramelized sugar. So take your mixture. Pour it over. Now open your oven and take a pan filled with 1 inch of hot water and put it carefully into your oven. And then okay, take your flan and put it in there. Be very slow and careful with all of this. And then slowly push it back. Alright, now we're going to cook this for 50 to 60 minutes in our preheated oven until the flan is set. Okay, it's been a little over 40 minutes, and mine, I believe, burnt a lot on the top. So carefully pull it out. As you can see, mine's pretty burnt, and it's still not setting very much, but I'd rather just take it out now so it doesn't burn anymore on the top. And now the important part of any recipe is trying it. My flan, I had to put some foil over the top and cook it like an extra 20 minutes. You really want to make sure it's sturdy and not too liquidy. If your top begins burning a little like mine did, put some foil on top of it. All in all, mine turned out really well. It's really good. Still a little runny. I probably should have cooked mine a little longer. Some advice I read online was, if you brown your sugar in the container you're cooking in, it really helps. And also make sure you don't overstir like I did or it will cause it to crystallize. When mixing the other ingredients, start by blending the eggs first, and that should help. Good luck. If you want some delicious flan, try this recipe.